watching online later at a later date. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. So we got Michaeline in the house. That's good.
Woo.
And we're talking about risk management today. So before we get started on this, the biggest thing to remember is that APHW has been talking about home warranties, what they do for your business, how they protect you since day one. But everything that we're going to review today is actually not from APHW. This information is actually from the National Association of Realtors. So everything that we've been preaching, good morning.
Good morning.
Everything that we've been preaching all these years is now out statistically from the National Association of Realtors. And that's the information that we're trying to pass on to everybody so that they get a better understanding of what we're seeing nationally. The first couple here that we're talking about is from Pearl Insurance. Again, it's something that we've preached every day about protecting yourself, protecting your reputation, protecting your customers. But now we actually have national insurance agencies who are giving discounts to E&O carriers just because they're utilizing home warranties on their transactions. So when you go in and apply for E&O insurance as a market center, they're going to start asking questions about utilizing home warranties. And when you're utilizing them more than half the time on your transactions, they're actually giving discounts for the market center to have their E&O insurance. So this is huge because this is just going to show, excuse me, that everything that we've been talking about is actually something that's really important, especially to insurance carriers. So hidden risk for home buyers in today's market. 45% of home buyers paid full or above asking price for their homes right now. Buyers paid an average of 99% of the list price. Okay, so that means 99% of people are paying the list price. 45% are paying more than the list price for that. 62% of all homes that are purchased were at least 20 years old. Okay. 43% of buyers right now are coming out and saying that they have buyer's remorse because of the price, because of the condition, because they were rushed. I mean, we all know what the market is like right now. So 62% of these homes were at least 20 years old. What does that mean? Average life expectancy on all the systems is already expiring. Average life expectancy on most systems is between 10 and 15 years. And it just keeps getting worse because things are not made the way that they used to be made. So 62% of these homes are at least 20 years old. What does that tell you? They're going to have claims immediately. 7 out of 10 homeowners have claims in their first 30 days of home ownership, which is why it's so important that a home warranty is put on at closing. That's actually why we give discounted warranty rates. If you're not familiar with it, a warranty is actually about $85 more when a homeowner not involved in a real estate transaction purchases it. When they purchase it at a real estate transaction, we allow the agents to sell it for what we consider to be like wholesale value. So they're actually getting it almost $100 cheaper buying it at closing because we know that it's more important for them to have it at a real estate transaction than ever before.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I had a client that actually had the home warranty, and they found out when they moved, everything was fine with the final walkthrough, but she didn't do an inspection. But when we did the final walkthrough, everything was fine. Garage worked perfectly because we came in and out of the garage. And when she moved in, like a week later, the garage didn't work. So she paid for someone to come out there to do it. And she called the home warranty to find out if she had coverage. They said no because she didn't get an inspection.
No, not with us. We don't require an inspection. So that would have been something that maybe there was a newer rep on the phone, or, you know, you never know how those conversations go. Like,
So she can call back?
you can call me and I'll get it looked at for you. So when we're done with this risk management, I'll get it looked at. And, you know, it's funny, like I always say, like, homeowners sometimes have foot and mouth. So our customer service agents are trained to make sure that they are calm, because they're all experiencing like this frantic, you know, something isn't working. It's all financial. Everybody has these high emotions with it. So when they call in, you know, our customer service reps are trained to bring them down. And, you know, then you get this comforting, calming voice on the other end of the line, you know, well, so tell me a little bit about the problem. Oh, I checked it, you know, and walked through, but then I moved in and it didn't work the first time. First time use has to work when you move in. You know, if you checked it at the walkthrough and it worked, that's all we needed to know. But it's that that foot and mouth where they ask the questions. Well, did you use it since you moved into the home? And they say, no, it was, we were moving, we didn't have the garage door open or something to that effect. And it just gets misconstrued. So always get me involved in those kind of things and let me look at it. I can get the calls reviewed. We can just look at it from another angle. You know what I mean? You can send me a notification. I was there during the walkthrough, it worked, and we'll get something worked out. Okay. It also could be that the component that didn't work was like a non-covered part. So this is why it's really important to look at upgrades, because garage door is covered in the standard plan, but that means we cover X, Y, and Z. If they get the upgraded plan, which it's one upgrade, not 10 different upgrades, not like good, better, best, excellent. It's just one upgrade, $140 a year. When they get the upgrade, then X, Y, and Z is covered, but so is A, B, C, D, and E. You know what I mean? So it's enhanced coverage is what I call it. They get more coverage. So if it would have come out in the conversation that the garage door opener isn't working, not so much the mechanicals behind it, they may have told them it's just not a covered part. So
No, it's the mechanicals.
Okay.
It was the spring.
perfect. We'll get it looked at for you then. Absolutely. So 45% financed at least 90% of the home amount that they purchased, which actually baffles me because I've never heard more this year that cash transactions. I actually don't understand where people are pulling cash out of for these cash transactions. But on the flip side, 45% of buyers are financing at least 90% of the home. So what does that mean? They have no equity. They have no money, right? So it means they're going to be even more frantic when they start having things that aren't working because they put every dime that they had into being able to buy this home. Maybe they borrowed money from mom and dad. Maybe they were scrimping and saving and pulling out of college funds that they shouldn't have been touching. So it's going to be even higher emotion right now. And how does that reflect on agents when they don't have a home warranty? It's unfortunate because buyers will come back and say, well, why didn't you tell me I could have had a home warranty? Well, we did, which is why we have the sign or sell policy. Not only does it protect you in saying, we presented this program to you, you waived it. So it's another reason why we have that sign or sell feature on all of our applications. Did you have a question? Okay.
No, Renee, I'm just wondering why wouldn't an agent encourage to ask for a home warranty?
It's
Or with their
amazing.
buyer?
We'll
I don't-
get-
Maybe I'm missing something.
No, we'll get there at the end of the slideshow. It's actually like one of the best questions that we go over on this risk management. Like after all of these statistics that we just told you, what is the number one reason that you're not offering a home warranty on your transactions? Or why are you accepting no as an answer to these, these customers that are saying, yeah, I really don't want to offer it right now. And we get to that at the end. So that's a great point. 50% of all homes are selling within the first 2 weeks. Are we seeing any kind of slowdown in the market right now? A little bit?
Yeah, I had a buyer just this weekend ask me, now mind you, they looked at the house and wanted to put an offer in and wondered why they were starting to put an offer in on Sunday when it was on the market since Friday.
Okay.
And so was just wondering if something was wrong and maybe we shouldn't put an offer in because something's wrong.
So it was only on the market for 3 days and the
Uh-huh.
consensus is something
They're like,
must be
so what do
wrong.
you think is wrong? Actually, I don't think anything's wrong. It's an awesome house. Like, that's the first time I've ever had somebody say that to me, actually.
Right.
Even in the last like month or two. Because it has slowed down over the last
A
month.
little bit. Oh, it is. It's not too
So
bad.
I was a little surprised, but yeah, it's slowed down a little bit.
So, and again, you're back to 66% of people that bought homes are having regrets. It's just the situation that they're all being pushed into right now. They lose out on 10 offers. What do you think happens? They start throwing everything they have at it, right? It's a tough situation right now, but that 45% of people that are financing 90% of the home, those are the people that are really going to need the help the most. 75% said that they would do anything to get the home, including waiving the inspection and waiving a home warranty. I just don't understand. As a consumer, I'd never waive a home inspection and I'd never get rid of my chance to have protection on the back end with a home warranty. I've been fortunate that I hadn't had to buy in this market, but I can't even imagine the things that go through their heads when they're waiving these inspections. And then again, 70% of people, 7 out of 10 are going to have a major system failure within the first year. So it's interesting when we start talking about the hidden risk to the seller. 67% of people, sellers, are closing with zero incentive being provided by the seller. This is actually one of my favorite things. I have a huge title and escrow background, so talking about this is one of my favorite parts of this. So sellers are primarily only accepting offers with clean deals, foregoing protections that normally they receive by removal of contingency after buyer's due diligence. So what does that mean? That Mr. and Mrs. Seller just say, I'm gonna take the offer that is no inspection as is. I'm not filling out these disclosures. I'm just writing unknown. Maybe I haven't been in the house for 3 weeks. Maybe I already bought. Maybe I just want the cleanest deal possible. And in the seller's head, the no inspection is the cleanest deal possible. So what are they taking off the table? They're taking the home inspection off the table. What does the home inspection do? It gives the opportunity to bring out all the defects so that it can be negotiated, right? So when the home inspection is done and they come back with this list of 50 things that are minor repair, major repair, problems, things that they're seeing in the future, what does everybody sit down and do then? Due diligence. I'm going to accept the house knowing that there's cracks in the chimney. I am not going to accept the house knowing that the chimney flue liner needs to be replaced and it's a danger. It could end up with, CO2 and things like that in the house. I am not going to accept the house with the cracks in the driveway. I want those fixed, but I am going to accept that the outlets in the kitchen haven't been upgraded. That's what they're doing. They're telling you off of that list what they're going to accept as is and what they cannot accept as is. And then they're going to negotiate those repairs to be completed, right? So when the seller says, I want a clean deal, I don't want to deal with inspections, what did the seller just do? They put all that liability back on themselves. And in their head, they're off the hook because they didn't have an inspection. And it's actually more liability for these sellers not having that period of disclosure and accepting what they can and can't do. If they get an inspection, the seller says, I'm not fixing any of that. You either buy it or you walk. Great, but it was all disclosed. Buyer went in with full disclosure, right? Yeah. When the sellers don't have that to protect them, what do the buyers do? They all get litigation happy, right?
No.
It's a litigious society and everybody comes back and they want to sue over everything. And we have seen more lawsuits this year than ever before because of these buyers with the buyer's remorse. So our E&O claims that we're covering for agents has been going through the roof. I'm sure you guys have seen an uptick in it over here too. And it's because of situations like this. Now, can the home warranty get you out of every single thing that's going to go wrong if an inspection was waived? No, I'd love it if it could, but we wouldn't be in business. There has to be some kind of due diligence to make sure things are working, but can it help? If we go in and, people are pointing fingers because the furnace didn't work or the AC didn't work and we swoop in and give them $2,000 to replace the unit, can that help keep it out of a lawsuit? Sure, it can. That's why we're helping our agents and making sure that they're protecting their customers by putting a home warranty on these. And this is the scariest one of all. Now, again, this is national. This is not just Northeast Ohio because, Gina and I are out here pounding the pavement, making sure that our agents are protecting themselves and their reputation. But 83% of deals right now across the country are closing with no home warranty.
Stop. No way.
Yep. And again, these statistics are coming from NAR. They're not coming from us. Like I said, Northeast Ohio is doing better than the national average, but 83% of homeowners are walking away. So Michaeline, what does that do to your reputation when people walk away and they don't have any kind of protection afterward?
Well, it's not doing anything to mine.
Because
I
I
get
selling
a
them on
warranty.
everything. Yep.
Yeah, I can't. And I think I do that just because I don't want to get screwed later on.
Mhm.
And I want to protect my seller. And if it's my buyer, I want to make sure that my buyer's happy.
Mhm.
What is it all about? What did we learn in Bolt? It's all about your database. If you have an unhappy database,
Mhm.
you can't. Are you sure, Are you sure 83?
83%.
That's ridiculous.
83%.
Well, Ohio must have the other 17%.
Northeast Ohio is a different beast. Michigan and Ohio for us as a company,
Yeah.
those are our biggest regions. And you can't even believe to see the difference in how people value home warranties in Michigan and Ohio. But that being said, I'd love to know statistically the loss of agents. You know what I mean? Like what is the standing reign of an agent in Michigan and Ohio? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? What is it in areas where they're not worried about things like this?
Yeah.
Like Florida, they don't believe in them in Florida. And I find that amazing because so many people retire to Florida. Wouldn't you want more protection and more money when you're on a budget? And they say, no, we don't understand them. We don't believe in them. It's crazy. Like we have so many reps down there trying to explain this to them and win over the state of Florida right now because they just don't see the value in it. And it boggles me. So I'd love to know how those real estate agents compare to Ohio agents, how long they're keeping their license, if they're actually full-time or just part-time agents, because I would think that there'd be a huge correlation between it. Gosh.
I'm shocked at that number, honestly.
It is, it's huge. So frantic buyers are doing everything they can to secure the property, dealing with issues afterwards, and sellers are thinking their liability ends at closing with this as-is transactions. That's what we talked about. You know, what is the hidden risk to the real estate professional? Well, 90% of buyers and sellers surveys says that they would recommend their agent to work with. Again, 90%. 50% of homeowners surveyed say the most important factor is the reputation of the agent, experience, honesty, and integrity. So when you are putting these products on there and keeping your customers out of litigation and things like that, what are you getting? You're getting good reviews. What do you think is going to happen when somebody goes on and writes this review about how they had to sue somebody after closing and their agent didn't help them and they had no protection afterward? Those reviews never go away. That 1 star brings down everything. And again, can we fix every single thing? No. But can we help with it? Absolutely. You guys have a partnership as well. KW, as on a national level, has a partnership with APHW. You guys see me all the time. You're probably sick of seeing me. So,
No,
but you know, you have someone to call when there's a problem. I see Graham on here. Graham just called me yesterday and said that he needed me to keep an eye on something. So I'm keeping an eye on something for him. Michaeline, you and I have talked, we've done plenty of things together to help customers. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
I have
But
no
here all the
problems
time. How
helping
can I
you.
get in front of agents again? Who's your new agents? Who can I help today?
Absolutely.
It's all about who we can help, helping each other, making sure that your reputation is staying good. So, what do the next 2 years look like for agents after these deals have closed? How will the issues discussed today in risk management affect your business? So this is where the big question comes in. Hey, guys, what is the #1 reason that your buyers and sellers aren't buying home warranties? Anybody online, feel free to jump in too. I mean, with all of these statistics out there, what is their #1 excuse? Wait until negotiation, see if somebody asks for it.
Well, that's good.
Did you lose your ability to negotiate then? You did. You didn't negotiate price. If it was a listing, your seller didn't have their listing coverage, so you did them a disservice by not giving them the free coverage. What if the buyer says, well, my agent recommended a different warranty company? Do you have that connection over there to pick up the phone and say, I need help? What if it's one of those fly-by-night companies? I had one the other day. I got a spam email and it was from Amazon Home Warranty. I was intrigued. I've never heard of Amazon Home Warranty. You mean to tell me Amazon, this huge company, just picked up a home warranty company? I know that competition, right? I better look at this. I click on the ad and it says, 24/7 customer care, big, huge, bold letters. We are not affiliated with Amazon. So they just named the company Amazon. Pretty good marketing technique, technically. I mean, it's a big name, caught my eye. So it says they have 24/7 customer service and you can call in and ask questions or file a claim. Okay, I'm going to bite. I'm going to call the 800 number. I called it 7:15 in the morning and I got the machine that the company was closed and I'd have to call back during normal business hours when their advertisement is we're open 24/7. So for any of you guys that have ever had a customer call us, when we say we're open 24/7, we are open 24/7. Our call center's in Jackson, Michigan. We don't outsource anything. Everybody's up there in Jackson. We have 2 huge call centers. When people call in on Christmas morning and need to file a claim, and if their neighbor is somebody who works on HVAC systems and they go over there and fix it, they have a claim, they get it paid, they get it done on Christmas Day. We don't close down. We make sure that we're there for our customers. So that is one very reassuring thing that we can promise you guys. You are never going to hear call back during normal business hours.
Oh my God.
I know, it's crazy. So, I mean, really the #1 reason that home warranties aren't being sold on properties is agent mindset. When you, as the real estate professional, go walking in and telling your customers this is an absolute mandatory, important part of the transaction, it's just like earnest money. Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't put this offer in and say you're giving $0 in earnest money. It's a mandatory part of the transaction. So is the home warranty. It's protecting you, it's protecting my reputation. When the agents go in with that mindset, they're getting the sale 100% of the time. It's when they're leaving it up to their customers to say, well, is this something that you value? The customer doesn't need to value it. They will when they need it. You as the professional know that there's value behind it. So you got to get it on your transactions. You don't want to be part of that 83% of the national statistic that isn't protecting your customers and isn't protecting your reputation. That's really what this is all about today, guys. 68% of all new buyers having major system failures in each year, 8 out of 10 closings without a warranty. What's that going to do for your referral tree? Anybody out there have questions? This is a really interactive thing, so.
Anyone online? Nikki Graham?
Nikki, I think it's you that I'm watching a claim for, if I'm remembering correctly. Are you there? Oh, I got you.
Yes, she said.
Well, let me make sure that you have my number. I pulled it up yesterday and it looked like you were waiting for a contractor. But give me a call anytime and I'm happy to help. Oh, there's Nikki.
There she is.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just getting ready to head to the airport, so I'm gonna just have you in my ear if this goes
Yeah.
longer. But yeah, I would love to chat with you later.
Okay, yeah, give me a call. I just threw my number in the chat, so call me whenever it's convenient for you.
Okay, perfect.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for our slideshow presentation today on the risk management. I hope that you guys like some of those statistics that you saw. And then for our brokers in the room, which there are not anytime today, we would just want you guys to know 8 times less likely to ever be named in a lawsuit when you're ensuring that warranties are on your deals. This is all a reason that we try and get your capture rates up in the office. 8 times less likely to be included in a lawsuit. You know, when the company is paying for part of your E&O insurance, that's a big hit. You know, that's why we're there helping everybody with those E&O insurance claims as well. So you want to make sure that your market center stays viable and you're not paying out on all these lawsuits.
I mean, the only thing I really don't know, I can't believe that I never heard you talk about it, just because, I don't know why. Does APHW take care of something if there was no one, if there was no inspection?
Oh yeah, inspections are not required.
They're not required.
The requirement is it's in good working condition at the time of closing. Okay, so what does the inspection do? It proves that it was in good working condition.
Okay.
So in my opinion, the only time that we really have a problem with the whole inspection is the first week that they move in. And again, it all comes like down to the questions, you know, when they're on the phone with customer service and they say, well, did it work? You know, when you move, well, I don't know. I just moved in and I flipped the switch and it didn't work. Okay, that means you bought it that way. That's a problem. Now, like I'm gonna work with her on a little bit later.
Yeah.
They were there in the walkthrough. The garage door was working. Things break
Yeah.
within a couple of days of each other. So just because they don't have the home inspection to prove doesn't mean that it's an automatic denial. You probably just need to get a second set of eyes on it.
I just
But
want
no,
to
we
make sure.
do not require an inspection. So if they were in the house for a month and they call in a claim, you'll probably never hear a problem. What do you mean you didn't have an inspection? No, we can't help you with your claim because they've already been in there for 30 days. It's like that first 5 to 10 days because we don't know when they moved in. And mostly when they call, they say, well, I just got the keys yesterday and it's not working.
Okay.
That's a problem. We don't help when you buy a problem. We help when it's in good working condition at the time of closing. So, but yeah, get a second set of eyes on it always. That's what my job is.
Okay.
All right, well, Nikki and Graham, thanks for joining us online, guys. Thank you guys for attending today. I will get some other questions that we have. Michaeline, thank you guys for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having us. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm sorry there weren't more people here.
You know what? I think we'll have, I think